Chapter 2, Building Your Course Plan.
So I have an idea of what I want to study. How do I go about building my course?
Good question. You have to start with some important rules that will help you plan.
Okay.
You need 24 units to complete a 3-year undergraduate degree. You need to include a degree-specific major. You may need some complementary units, and you will need some broadening units.
So is that it?
Well, 2 more things to keep in mind. You can't take more than 12 units at level 1, and you must take at least 4 units at level 3.
But I don't really know what all those terms mean.
Okay, let's spend some time defining them. We'll start with a unit. Do you know what a unit is?
I guess it's a class that I take, right?
Yeah, exactly. And more specifically, it counts for around 150 hours of workload overall, including contact time, which could be lectures, tutes, seminars or labs, as well as personal study. Units can be at level 1, 2 or 3, and level 1 is different from year 1.
Okay.
Level 1 units are typically studied in year 1, level 2 units are typically studied in year 2, and level 3 units are usually taken in year 3, but not always. For example, you may choose to study part-time. You have up to 10 years to complete a 3-year undergraduate degree. So now onto a major. A single major is a sequence of 8 units from one subject area. A major must have units at levels 1, 2 and 3. The 2 different patterns of majors are on the screen. It's good to know that you can take more than one major, and your second major can be chosen from any of our undergraduate degrees.
Okay.
You must choose the degree-specific major from those offered in your enrolled degree. For example, if you're in a Bachelor of Arts and you choose to major in History and Marketing, then you'd nominate History as your degree-specific major because History is an arts major.
Right.
Marketing as a commerce major would be your second major.
Okay, well, what if I had these 2 majors and I was enrolled in a Bachelor of Commerce?
Well, then it would be the other way around. Marketing would be your degree-specific major and History would be your second major. One more thing about majors is that we do offer 2 double majors. A double major is a sequence of 14 units in one subject area, whereas a single major is 8 units. We offer double majors in biomedical science and in economics.
So if I want to study either of those subjects, then I need to do them as a double major?
Well, you can take economics as either a double or a single major, but my biomedical science is only available as a double major. But you can take a single major in a range of biomedical science areas. Now within majors, you'll have core units and option units.
Right.
Core units are compulsory, whereas option units are chosen from a list of given options within your major. So let's have a look at a major. What major were you thinking about as your degree-specific major?
Well, let's see. I'm really interested in archaeology, so I thought I would start with that.
Okay, let's have a look at an archaeology major. Here it is. You can see it has 8 units, in this case 2 at level 1, 2 at level 2 and 4 at level 3. Looking closer, Archae 1001, Discoveries in Archaeology, and Archae 1002, Archaeology Today, Principles and Themes, are the core units and therefore compulsory.
Right.
The rest are options chosen from a list of archaeology units.
So is that all I have to do for my archaeology major?
Well, no, not quite. You also have to check for any complementary units. When you take a major as a degree-specific major, you must take any complementary units that go along with that major.
Oh, so what are complementary units?
Well, complementary units are additional units required for some degree-specific majors to fill in important knowledge or expertise you need. Up to 4 complementary units may be required for a degree-specific major. Some majors, such as anatomy and human biology, don't require any.
But how will I know what the complementary units are?
Well, you can check in the handbook. The handbook's a really useful tool, and we'll be having a look at how to use it in a later chapter. But for now, I can tell you that there is one complementary unit for archaeology when archaeology is taken as a degree-specific major. This is Com 1901, Communication in Practice. So we add this unit in.
Right, okay, so now is my archaeology major complete?
Yeah, yes it is. Were you thinking about taking a second major?
Well, I was thinking that anthropology would be interesting, and that would work well with archaeology. Can I do that as a second major?
Yes, you can choose a second major from any of our degrees. Anthropology and sociology is an arts major. Let's add that in.
Okay.
So here is anthropology and sociology as a second major. You'll see it also has 8 units and also in the pattern of 2 level 1, 2 level 2 and 4 level 3. This major though has how many core units?
4.
Yeah, exactly, and 4 option units. Now, do you need to add a complementary unit to your anthropology major?
No, I don't think so, because it's my second major, not my degree-specific major.
Yeah, that's right.
So now that I have my degree-specific major and my second major, can I fill up the rest of the space with whatever I like?
No, not yet, because we still have to consider broadening requirements.
Oh, okay.
One of the really exciting features of our new courses is that you'll be sure to study broadly as well as deeply. By taking broadening units outside your degree area, you will be demonstrating to prospective employers that you've studied well beyond a narrow specialisation. Our feedback from employers has been that this is highly valued in the workplace. Another feature of the broadening requirements is that you must take at least one Category A unit. These are units which have been specially designed with a global focus to explore our culturally diverse environment.
Okay.
Another way to satisfy your broadening requirements, Category A, is to go on exchange for a semester or more. And it is important to know that all LOTE units qualify as Category A broadening units, even for students in a Bachelor of Arts, as long as you're not taking the language as your degree-specific major. So, you take 4 broadening units, and one of them must be Category A. The others are called Category B.
Right.
Let's add the broadening units, noticing that at least one of these, the one with the yellow ring, is Category A.
Okay, so do I have to take all my broadening units in my first year?
No, you can take your broadening units at any time throughout your degree, but it's a good idea to study at least 1 or 2 broadening units in first year. There's often more room in level 1 to fit them in.
Okay, so now can I fill up the rest with whatever I like?
Yes, you can see that you've got 3 spaces left for electives. You can choose these units from anywhere at any level as long as you've met the prerequisites for them.
Great.
So let's fill in the electives now to complete your course study plan.
So do I need to do my whole course study plan like now?
Well, not necessarily. If you know where you're heading, you can. But if you're not sure, you just need to decide on your units for your first 2 semesters of study. You don't need to nominate your majors in the first year. There are lots of ways to create first year plans that are very flexible and will lead to lots of different choices. We'll look at that in the next chapter.
Okay.
But for now, let's look at your first year plan with a degree-specific major in archaeology and a second major in anthropology. Do you want to run us through it?
Okay, sure. So first I put in my archaeology major units, Archae 1001 and Archae 1002. Then because archaeology is my degree-specific major, I add the complementary unit, Com 1901.
That's right.
Yep. Then because I'm looking at a second major in anthropology, I add the core anthropology units. So there's no need to add a complementary unit because anthropology is not my degree-specific major.
No, it's your second major. That's good.
Cool. Then I'll add some broadening units. I'm going to put in a Category A unit first, which is Visa 1053, Video Art, Methods and Means, because it looks interesting and I think it might be useful in my archaeology studies.
Sure.
I'll also put in a Category B broadening unit. That's Marketing 1204, Consumer Behavior. I think this could really work well with my anthropology units.
Okay.
And then the elective, Psych 1102, Behavior in Context, because it looks interesting. And it also deals with human behavior. It will fit in well with my anthropology and my marketing elective too.
Great. That looks like a pretty good plan. In the next chapter, we'll look at another example and also have a look at some first year study plans that are great for keeping your options open.